Hey guys, this is Rhino, and I know long time no see. It's been a little bit, but today we're gonna be doing something that I hope does not backfire too much for me. We are going to be applying for 100 video game keys on Keymailer. Now, if you've never been to Keymailer, Keymailer is a website where content creators can go request for video game keys for upcoming or just now released games to make content for. So, I've had this account for about 6 years now. Haven't done a single video. However, I can apply for as many games as I can. So, we'll be applying to over 100 games in the span of this video. We'll see how many I get rejected for, how many I get accepted for, and how good the games truly are to accept on Keymailer. Without further ado, let's jump right into it.
1 hour later.
Yes, this is 100 times speed of me picking all 100 games. It took well into an hour to get everything accepted and everything put in. It took very long. But while we're sitting here waiting for my slow ass to pick everything, I'm just going to go over how we're going to do reviews. So the reviews are going to be I'm going to play each game at least 30 minutes to an hour, and each review is just basically going to be me going over everything that I thought about the game and if it's recommended or not. We are at 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 100 keys. 100 beautiful video games here. And we'll have to see how many I get offered. We'll have to take a couple days, of course. Obviously, none have been reclined yet. All of them are still pending. We will check this daily to ensure that if we get one, we can start making a review for it. So, when you see me, I'll be wearing different clothes, hopefully, and checking out some video games. We'll have to see. Maybe all 100 get denied. We'll have to find out. 24 hours later, let's see. Did we get any? It's been one day. Did we get any games? None. Did any get rejected? None got rejected. They're all still pending. Oh no, this is gonna take longer than I thought. Hey guys, it's been 2 months exactly, and we actually have some keys. People have actually said yes. Over the span of these 2 months, I have grown my TikTok to almost 2,700 followers, and they have removed my access to YouTube. We got 6 approved, and we got 1 declined. So we got 2 declined. I'm very okay with that. Hey guys, another update. We have more keys in, and we got some really halting news. I've got 11 days for one of them, so we're gonna have to crank this out soon. We already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. So I'm going to have to do a speed run of these games, and we will be doing more stuff. We still have a lot that are still in the list, but we have a lot more rejected now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games rejected out of the 100. So luckily people are actually looking and then saying no, but we still got a ton of games to go through here. The video will be coming up before the 16th, and if you guys are seeing this before the 16th, then I actually did it. If you guys are not, whoops, but I'm going to get through these. Without further ado, let's get into these games. Sunsoft is back. It's our first game and the first person to reply to my Keymailer request. Sunsoft is Back is a retro collection of 3 Famicom-only exclusive games in Japan that for the first time in history is being released for the United States. The 3 games are Ripple Island, The Wing of Medulla, and Firework Thrower Kentaro's 53 Stations of the Takeda. Now, each game is different from each other. They're all 8-bit, they're all released in the 1980s. However, each game is unique in its gameplay. I started playing off with Ripple Island, which is a point-and-click RPG game, and honestly, in my honest opinion, it's not that bad. I got a little stuck. I had to look up a guide just to make it through Area 1. Once I figured out what the buttons on the bottom were, it was much easier to go through and to understand. I then played Firework Throwers Kentaro's 53 Stations of the Takeda. Now that game was very interesting. Firework Thrower Kentaro's 53 Stations of the Takeda is an action game where you throw bombs at ninjas who are trying to kill you. That is the game. It is actually annoying and very hard to play. I only played it a little bit and decided to go on to the next game, which was The Wing of Medulla. The Wing of Medulla is a action RPG where, like Firework Thrower, is a little difficult, but it has a better gameplay than Fireworks. All 3 games are pretty decent, and for the price of $10 to $13, it is not a bad deal. Now, if there was more games, it would probably be more justified to buy, but I honestly had a good experience playing these games, and I would not be surprised if I came back to them to complete the Platinum on PlayStation. The Last Shot is a platforming adventure game set in a war-ravaged diesel punk world. This game was not bad. It's a very, very basic platforming adventure puzzle game. It's 2.5D, as you can go up and down and kind of face through the floor a little bit. The only problems I bumped into was that I accidentally soft locked the game on the tutorial. But other than that, I generally was playing this game and went, oh crap, you're recording this, you need to stop playing now. It's been over 35 minutes. You need to, get this review going and get this review done. It's not a bad game. It's a very simple puzzle game, and it has very simple mechanics. You jump, you fix things, you adjust things, and it's in a very nice setting. Diesel punk is the setting, of course, and so it goes a lot with that, and honestly it has a good vibe for the game I was trying to do. For $10, this is a really good game to just play and try out and get the achievements for. I'm probably gonna go back to this one just like the last one. Let's see if we can keep going on this little pace here of just good games. Billy's Game Show is a horror game that places you in a game show where you must find 3 of the former contestants' heads placed across this little labyrinth. As the whole time you are doing this, you must also keep track of generators as you're playing. I played this on the Switch, and I will just say, make sure you set those sensitivity up, because half of the scaring was because I could not turn my camera fast enough. Now, did this game actually scare me? A tiny bit, because I kept forgetting it was a horror game because of how little the jump scares are. They just kind of come out of nowhere, and it's the good kind of come out of nowhere, and not the bad kind. This game is very, very forgivable to you. You get 6 lives to start before you have to reset the whole thing. I made about 4 lives in before I decided to start writing this review. This game is a little rough. It is the Switch version, so that's probably why this game felt kind of empty to me when I was playing it. I just assumed that there was gonna be a lot more stuff to interact with and do with, but no, there's a lot of rooms I walked into where there was just nothing in there and no context or clues or anything like that. And there's some of the rooms were rooms that you had to use something to get into, which is what really confused me the most. This game is $10 on Switch. This is my first play it if you really want to. This is going to be my first one. I'm not going to recommend entirely to you guys, but for $10, if you guys want to just quickly play this and get through it, you can get through it.
Creepy Tale, Some Other Place is a 2D fantasy puzzle game where you are thrown into a different realm to save someone from monsters. This game is actually pretty decent for a puzzle game. It's not too hard and it's not too up in your face. There were a couple puzzles where I sat there going, what the heck am I supposed to do, and figured it out. And then there were some puzzles that were just easy 1, 2, 3 and click. This game has some pretty nice creepy elements, hence the name Creepy Tale. The only thing that kind of dragged it down for the most part was the voice acting was a little bit not superb is what I will say. It some of it just felt a little off, and then for the most part it was okay, nothing much in the way. This was a pretty decent game, and I won't be surprised if I come back to it when I'm having a very, very slow day and need to kill some time. I will also recommend this game to you guys. This game is $10 on PlayStation, and from what I've seen, it's not too hard and it's not too scary. Give it a shot. Mindseize is a 2D action-adventure sci-fi shooter where you must go and save your daughter's mind, which has been taken by the enemy's ascendant. In this game, you control a MAG, which is a mind active gear, which is basically a mech suit that you go around to destroy bugs, creatures, or anything that gets in your way, and explore the planets that you go on. This game is not too bad. It's a little bit of a learn as you play type of game. Some creatures do this or some creatures do that. It's one of those type of games where you'll die a lot, but as you figure it out, you'll become more and more enthralled with the island and more entailed into where you need to go. From what I played through, this game seems to be very, very vast, and I noticed a lot of areas that you're going to need to return to with better equipment, better gear to unlock more things. So this is definitely one of those games where as you progress, you'll remember things that you didn't make it to in the past and you can go and get those. This game isn't a bit too bad. For $17 though, it's a little bit up there in the price for a game like this, but it seems to be a fun game and I will probably be playing it again. This is yet again another good game from Keymailer here. So if you guys want to go check it out, check it out. Glue 10 is a simulation game where you build vehicles with a special glue-like technology called Glue 10 technology. And you use said Glue 10 technology to build cars and deliver products from point A to point B. However, this game is very, very, very dry bones. There is not much in it. There's not much to it. It is literally how it entails. You build vehicles, you try to build vehicles, and you take stuff from point A to point B. The biggest problem that I hit into right away is that your preset vehicle does not fit many of the things that are provided with you, and you are not shown how you should make said thing right away. And so you were kind of just stuck there trying to figure out something, and the controls are very rough. The physics do not want to go with you when you're trying to go from point A to point B. And then make matters worse, there's no map setting, and I lost my car, so I was legit stranded after about 10 minutes. I swapped over to the creative mode where nothing cost any credits to make. I made a little makeshift monster truck, and I had a little bit of fun over there. But for $11, this game needs a lot more put into it. It just needs at least some music and a tutorial to show you how to make a vehicle at the start, just so you know kind of the basis of what you need and what you need to make. In my honest opinion, I'm not going to recommend this game for now, but if this game can get a little bit more love and support worked onto it and add a little bit more of those minor details, this could be a good functioning simulation game.
Pirate Patrol is a sci-fi tactical RPG where you send fighters on missions, loot, upgrade your ships, and train new officers and pilots. This game is very confusing when you first play it. They do not have a tutorial feature yet. They just have a couple pages that tells you what to do and what buttons to press. And this game heavily uses AI voices and AI images. The only thing that's not AI, it seems, is the actual maps that you go to. But this game just was really hard for me to get into. I'm not really into tactical RPGs, but I could see the appeal. It's just the big thing that's turning me off for this game is the AI use for voice, for both half of the voice acting and for the images. I can see where this game could go. This is early access at the moment, so they're still not completely done with it. There's no load or save feature or anything else like that. There's just the one map. It's just this game is just really hard to understand completely what's happening and what all the buttons truly do, because there are no features that tell you that. For $10, I think we should wait on this one. Just like the last one, maybe if they can put a lot more stuff into it and fit all the stuff that they need to into this, it could be way better. Elder's Will is a 2D platform game where you are a father who, you and your son have just been in a car accident. Your legs are broken and you're unable to walk. Your son is in critical condition and someone has told you about a cure, but you must go through ends of the earth to find it. This game is pretty good. It's a little tough. It has a lot of sections where all the environments are against you, which is the theme of this game, is that as you're going, everything is against you. I really enjoyed my time playing this. I was only able to play the demo. The game has not actually been released yet, but I am looking forward to this game releasing. This is a pretty fun game. And the only thing I will gripe about it is that you are killing just monkeys. Just straight up monkeys. Monkeys are trying to kill you. You just straight up kill monkeys. It's kind of weird, but that was the only gripe I had about it. Some of the sections were a little unforgiving. I was really stuck at this one section with a pipe where you had to try to make your way up this sewer grate, but there was a buzzsaw at the top, and then the water would drag you down, and so you were kind of stuck trying to like pinpoint accurately make it to the top without getting killed, and that one got me stuck out for about 10 minutes. But this game has a lot of promise and a lot of value into it. I will recommend this one. This one's really good. Much better than the last two. And back on track with some really good Keymailer games. I do appreciate them sending me this. Skoof Simulator is a interesting game. It's supposed to be a simulator of, I had to look this up. I don't even know what the hell a Skoof was, but it's basically a middle-aged man that looks severely older because of alcohol usage or drug usage. This game is very interesting. For only $1, you can experience whatever this guy was trying to portray. You have to first switch translation from Russian to English, which you have to do in settings. I luckily was able to do that right away. But none of the vocal dialogue is in English, so you just kind of have to go with the flow. And I got lost at the beginning, but there are a lot of achievements on this game. If you go into it knowing it's a joke game, you'll have a way better experience playing it. I didn't think it was too bad, but honestly, this is something I don't want on my library at the moment. Just because of the way the game plays. It's not bad, it's just weird. It's interesting.
if you guys really want to throw $1 at this guy, go ahead. That's basically how it feels when you play it. Russian Roulette Online is a there's not much I can do to explain it. It's just Russian roulette. There was no current players though, so I could not play the online part. So I had to play the single player. There is 2 game modes. There is free for all and team deathmatch. Basically, free for all is it goes around clockwise in a room, and you can choose whoever you want to shoot. You do not have to shoot yourself. The basis of the game basically is just survive. Not much else to explain. There's some other things, mechanics that you can use to do, like get more ammo, so you can shoot more than once. Handcuffs, which causes that player's next turn not be able to play. Flare, which causes your visibility to be a little bit worse. Magnifying glass makes your visibility worse. A lot of hindrances, stuff like that. The game's very basic, and I'll say the only thing is that the AI did not understand team mode at all. They just shot whoever they wanted to. I won in team deathmatch because the other team just kept killing each other, so I just let them. It was really funny. It was really good. This game could be really fun with friends. It's one of those types of games where there's just not much else with it. And for the price of $5, this could be something that you could just convince all your friends to play real quick and then have a good day with. It just depends on how your friends are feeling that day. So I wouldn't recommend this one just because of that aspect that not a lot of people are playing this game. SysOps Saga is a simulation game where you are running servers and you are trying to maintain the servers from crashing. It is a good little simulation puzzle game. I played this expecting not to like this very much, but this game is not too bad. It's very simple, and the setup to solving said puzzles are not very hard. It gives you what you need to do to solve each puzzle. It doesn't give you extra things. Just make sure you read the little tutorial stuff when they pop up on the screen, or you'll be stuck at certain puzzles. The only downside I had for this was that there were certain sections that just for some reason was not letting me pass right away, and it wasn't my fault completely. It was just that the in a certain mission you were supposed to like set up 4 different programs I was supposed to go to, and for some reason it wasn't sending enough data for one of the programs, so I would get 3 out of the 4 completed when I need to get 4 of 4, and every time the one that I need to get completed was finally complete, one of the other 3 would then be under the requirement. I did in fact enjoy the puzzle aspect of this game, and it wasn't too confusing for me to understand what I was supposed to do. This game is $17, however, so if you are interested in a puzzle game like this, I will recommend it. But if you are just trying to find a game to play, this may not be worth the $17 right away, but if it comes on a sale, maybe you should go and snag it. Ninza is a free-to-play fighting game on Steam where you fight other opponents by hitting them with blocks and trying to knock them either in between blocks or out of the map. This game was a blast. Oh my, I actually really enjoyed this game. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's one of those online only games that looks like. There's some trial modes and challenges, but I only had to play this for about 10 minutes for me to decide that this is a game that everyone should try out. This game was really fun, and sadly there was not a lot of people online, but I still got into some online games. From the looks of it, this game is in fact free, so anyone can go try this out, and I highly recommend playing this with friends, and I highly recommend trying this out and seeing if this is your new game. This game has a very good soundtrack, has a very good announcer, and it calls you out if you're not doing anything. It was really funny because at one point he was like, boring, as I was trying to kill someone and was not able to kill them. This was a really good game. Like, I am not lying. I only had to play this for 15 minutes just to decide that everyone should try this out. Lorn's Lure is an atmospheric narrative first-person platformer that has not a lot on face value, but is a very, very interesting platformer. You go from one section to another section, and as you're going, you're basically, from what I can get, you're like the last thing left in this place, and you are like a robot. And you are trying to find this ghost spirit that you see. And as the game progresses, you unlock new things. So like shortly into it, you get pickaxes and you can use that to climb. And the whole game basically is like a figure it out yourself, make it to this point, figure it out. And this is very interesting. There's a lot of different variations that you could have done to make it from point A to point B. I will say I just basically brute forced it almost the whole way, but that's just my gameplay style. And this game wasn't bad. It's very desolate, which made me not want to play this game as long. That's the whole part of this game. It's supposed to be this desolate area that as you're trying to make it from point A to point B, trying to catch up to this ghost bird that keeps running away every time you get closer to it. This game is very, very interesting. This game is $15 on Steam, so I would recommend this game to you if you are into this 3D platform horror indie type game. Hey guys, it is November 12th. I am almost done making this video and we have another game. So, you will be seeing this after we get done with the last game. So you're thinking it's over. No, we got one more game. It's a special one. We got Ale and Tale Tavern. We're gonna play this. Let's see. Is there anything special? No. All right. All right. Let's get back into this. Ale and Tale Tavern is a tavern simulator that puts you into a fantasy world where you own your own tavern and you must serve people drinks and food and then all sorts of other things surrounded in this world. This game, for a last minute review, this game is really good. I really liked it. It's very simple, and up to 4 players can play with you. I wish I had 3 other friends that would be into this, because this would be really fun to get down and to completely take over this game, because the mechanics are very simple. You are just making food, making drinks for people, and then you can also deliver food and drinks, but then the whole world is very, very interactive. There are creatures out there that attack you. There are evil orcs out there that attack you, zombies. It's anything that you can imagine, and it's all in this game about making drinks and food for people. It's just such an interesting aspect, and I really enjoyed this. I'm so happy that I got this game through Keymailer, because I do not know if I would have installed it or played it if it wasn't for the fact. I am definitely going to be returning to this game. This is going to be a comfort game for me, probably. It is that good for me. I've only played 40 minutes of it, and I'm already convinced that this is going to be a comfort game for me, which is really rare. This game is $15 on Steam, and I highly recommend this. If you are into casual simulator type games where you are owning a business and you must keep the business up and serve people food and drink, I highly recommend this. If you have friends that are into this, recommend this to them. If you have friends and want to play this, you should have them play this. This game is really good. And just like that, we got all 14 games done. It took maybe 2.5 months to get 14 games accepted, but I will take that rate. I did not expect any, if at all, 10 games to accept. The fact we got 14 and we still got about 65 in the window is insane. I would just like to say first, if you are still watching this, Thank you so much. This video is about to end. I'm not throwing another plot twist here. The other thing I'm going to say is this is only part 1. Part 2 will be coming soon. Whenever I get more games either accepted or rejected, I will give you guys an update video. It will probably be more just like this, where I review the said game and play through it a little bit, and then send you guys my thoughts. Another thing I'm going to say is, if you are still watching, please comment down below which game was your favorite, and comment down below anything that could help me in the future, or anything that is really, really needed for this channel. And last thing, thank you all for watching, and have a good day. Peace.